Periscope. I hope you can hear me fine, loud and clear. It is incredibly loud here. Getting ready to run the Calgary. Good morning, Oliver. Good to see you. We're getting ready to run the Canmore Rocky Mountain Soap Company half marathon. Let's take a quick look around. I'm going to try to Periscope while we kind of go through this. I have not trained for this. I'm going to be in dire pain, and I want you to enjoy that pain with me. So let's take a quick look around at what's going on here. So this is a women's only, a 5K, 10K, and half marathon. It's beautiful views, as you can see. So a half marathon is 13 miles or 21.1K. We are just getting ready. Oh my goodness, is it ever beautiful here. So this is going to be the running trail that I'm going to be running, and I'm going to be sending this along with you guys. So as we kind of get started, we're going to be getting going. It's in Canmore. So Canmore is approximately 45 minutes east of Calgary, or west of Calgary, 75 kilometers west of Calgary.
Okay, should we get Helen to act out her score?
So we're just everybody's kind of getting ready. I'm not really sure where the starting lineup is, so I still have to find out that. That is where the end is going to be, where the pink, you can see where the pink is. That's going to be the final portion of this race. They're doing a little bit of yoga to get ready. It is, Sean dropped me off and he took off. He's going to be doing a little bit of work today. But they usually have like nice little markets and everything for all the runners and people to enjoy.
Exhale your right leg back. We will cue it. Nice. It's the opposite day for us. Inhale, arms up.
It's actually not as cold as I thought it was going to be. Oh, thank you so much for inviting the other followers. It's not nearly as cold as I thought it was going to be. It was supposed to start off being 2 degrees this morning, and currently it's 7.5 degrees Celsius.
Good job. Stretch, girl. And inhale back up.
So I'm in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. We are just getting ready to run the Rocky Mountain Soap Company half marathon. There's also a 10K and a 5K. I'll be running the half marathon, which is 34 degrees in Ontario. That's a little bit too hot for a run, I gotta say. It's 7.5 degrees right now where I am. I'm gonna be periscoping a little bit throughout the day, so you guys can enjoy me. So if you're following along, if you're not currently a follower, swipe up and take a quick follow. And as you get notifications of my run throughout the day, you guys are going to be able to join. It's currently 8:28 a.m. right now. The run starts at 8:45. There will be a shotgun with a lot of these women runners.
And stretch to your left.
But it's time for me to stretch, right? So the last time I actually ran a marathon, my last marathon was 3 years ago for the Calgary full marathon, 42.2K. The last time I ran a half was the Stampede half. You want to run with me? I'm going to be running incredibly slow. I really did not train for this. I ran 16K last weekend just to see if you can get to 16K. Usually the 21K is about another half an hour after that, and so that was really my only intention. Oh, I look cool in the outfit. Thank you so much. I'm really tight, so I got to stretch. So you guys are going to enjoy the stretch with me here.
Just relax your back.
I also get an IT band issues, so I wear an IT band little wrap there, which just gives a little extra pressure to the IT band as we kind of go along. But you're going to see, this is going to be my view for the entire run. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to have you guys, I'm going to join you guys along as we kind of get started. And hopefully you guys will sit there and cheer me on as we go. So it'll be 21.1K. My fastest time ever doing that was 1 hour and 55 minutes. Yeah, except mountains is a lot difficult. It's a lot more hills and elevation climbs. So it will be a lot more difficult to be able to run that distance. I'm hoping to be able to do it in about 2 hours, within 2.5 hours, if I'm fast enough. But you know, I will call you guys in, and I'll need your support and all your hearts and love and everything as we go along on this. I'm also on Snapchat. I'll be snapping a few little things. So if you're not on Snapchat following me there, go ahead and get to kim.orleski. How long have I been running? Good question. I really started running maybe about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, really kind of seriously. I ran my first half marathon, the Calgary Half Marathon, which I took seriously in 2012, so 4 years now. Was the first one I really trained for, and in 2013 I decided that I was going to run the full marathon, which was 42.2K, and that took me 4 hours and 20 minutes to run 42 kilometers. Yeah, so 42.2 kilometers. And it took me 2 hours and, that took 4 hours and 20 minutes. My first half, I ran it in 1 hour and 55 minutes. And as I age, I get a little bit slower every time, but I'm also not nearly as competitive as I used to be. You only need to really be competitive with yourself, and so that's really all I'm doing. I'm just stretching here right now, just kind of getting ready. We have another 15 minutes before the actual event. I will let you guys go because I do want to save my battery. I don't have additional battery while we go through this, but I want to be periscoping with you guys as we kind of go along. But yeah, take a look at this beautiful view, right? Isn't this stunning? Feel free to share this and spread the love as we go along. Hopefully you're starting to follow me and you're going to get notifications as I start to get going. I might do one right off the gun, maybe a little bit after the gun because it gets a little bit chaotic when the gun goes off, and there's just a lot of runners. So the way the route is going to work, I don't even know if I can find a map here. I don't see a map anywhere. So where I am, marathon distance. So what did I eat before I started? So today I had, I usually will have a bagel with avocado on it, but because I'm out of town, I went to a place called Rocky Mountain Bagel Company, and I had a bagel with egg, feta, spinach, tomato, red onion. So a little bit of protein. A little bit of veggies. The bagel will be good for the carb loading. Last night I had a pasta dish for some of the carb loading. I did have a glass of red wine last night, which isn't necessarily good for the hydration, but I stay away from coffee first thing in the morning and when I do my runs, just because it's a diuretic, right? And you don't want to have to go to the bathroom while you're running, especially when you're running for about 2.5 kilometers or so. And then what do I have? What do I have prepared? So inside so I carry a pouch. I'm one of the few people that do. There's a few people that do. So I carry these little things. They're called Nathans. You can see I have 4 of them. These ones have effervescent tabs in them. Yeah, thank you. It does sound like fun. So these ones have effervescent tabs in them, very similar to like electrolytes. You break up the tabs and you put them in there, and then it's like a bubbly water, right, to help with the hydration. And then I have 2 regular waters. And then in here, I have an extra ponytail, because you never know when you're going to need an extra ponytail. And I'll show you a couple of, because when you start to run anything more than an hour, you need to really start preparing for nutrition and hydration. So the other things I have with me, I have a couple of goodies in here. I have some Advil here. So in the event the paint gets bad, I can always take an Advil. And I also carry these goo tabs. So I rip these open as I run and you spread them out there. This one is espresso love flavor. So it has caffeine in it, amino acid, sodium, and caffeine. So it helps you with the hydration, but also gives you that charge to keep going. And yeah, and that's, so I'll be taking that at about 45 minutes in and about an hour and a half in, if I'm feeling like I need a little bit of extra boost. But we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get started here. There's about 10 minutes left before we get started. So I hope you guys, if you're not currently following, give it a quick swipe up, give it a follow. It's cold. The wind is starting to come in. I'm glad I kept my buff on because it is quite chilly. I'll be listening to some music, taking some snaps as we go along. And I will see you guys during the run. Bye, and wish me good luck. We'll see you later.